Welcome to lesson 015 of Online School of Entrepreneurship. I am Dr. Kirian Mfam. In today's lecture, we will dwell on the economic and psychological theories of entrepreneurship. Upon completion of this lecture, our audience will be able to 1. Discuss the economic theories of entrepreneurship, and 2. Discuss the psychological theories of entrepreneurship. Introduction. Over the years, several theories have been put forward by scholars to explain the concept of entrepreneurship. These theories, which will form the base of current theories, have their roots in economics, psychology, sociology, anthropology, and management. These theories include economic theory, psychological theory, sociological theory, anthropological theory, opportunity-based theory, resource-based theory, innovation theory, and evaluation theory of entrepreneurship. In this series of our lecture, we will concentrate on the economic and psychological theories of entrepreneurship. Economic theories of entrepreneurship. The economic theory of entrepreneurship has deep roots in the classical and neoclassical theories of economics and the Austrian market process. These theories explore the economic factors that enhance entrepreneurial behavior. 1. Classical theory. The classical theory extols the virtues of free trade, specialization, and competition. The theory was the result of Britain's Industrial Revolution, which took place in the mid-1700s and lasted until the 1830s. The classical movement described the directing role of the entrepreneur in the context of production and distribution of goods in a competitive marketplace. Classical theorists articulated three modes of production: land, capital, and labor. There have been objections to the classical theory. These theorists failed to explain the dynamic upheaval generated by entrepreneurs of the industrial age. 2. Neoclassical theory. The neoclassical model emerged from the criticism of the classical model and indicated that economic phenomena could be relegated to instances of pure exchange, reflect an optimal ratio, and transpire in an economic system that was basically closed. The economic system consisted of exchange participants, exchange occurrences, and the impact of results of the exchange on other market actors. The importance of exchange, coupled with diminishing marginal utility, created enough impetus for entrepreneurship in the neoclassical movement. Some criticisms were raised against the neoclassical conjectures. The first is that aggregate demand ignores the uniqueness of individual level entrepreneurial activity. Furthermore, neither use nor exchange value reflects the future value of innovation outcomes. Thirdly, rational resources allocation does not capture the complexity of market-based systems. The fourth point raised was that efficiency-based performance does not subsume innovation and non-uniform outputs. None means like ends, and perfect or semi-perfect knowledge does not describe uncertainty. In addition, perfect competition does not allow innovation and entrepreneurial activity. The fifth point is that it is impossible to trace all inputs and outputs in a market system. Finally, entrepreneurial activity is destructive to the order of an economic system. 3. Austrian market process. These unanswered questions of the neoclassical movement led to a new movement which became known as the Austrian market process. The Austrian market process, a model influenced by Joseph Alois Skumter in 1934, concentrated on human action in the context of an economy of knowledge. Skumter 1934 described entrepreneurship as a driver of market-based systems. In other words, an important function of an enterprise was to create something new, which resulted in processes that served as impulses for the motion of market economy. Murphy, Leo, and Wilsh 2006 contended that the movement offered a logic dynamic reality. In explaining this, they point to the fact that knowledge is communicated through a market system, that is, via price information. Innovation transpires, entrepreneurs satisfy market needs, and system-level change occurs. If an entrepreneur knows how to create new goods or services, or knows a better way to do so, benefits can be reaped through this knowledge. Entrepreneurs effectuate knowledge when they believe it will procure some individually defined benefits. The earlier neoclassical framework did not explain such activity. It assumed perfect competition, carried closed system assumptions, traced observable facts data, and inferred repeatable observation-based principles. By contrast, the Australian market process denied assumptions that circumstances are repeatable, always leading to the same outcomes in an economic system. Rather, it held entrepreneurs as incentivized to use episodic knowledge, that is, possibly never seen before and never to be seen again, to generate value. Thus, the Australian market process was based on three main conceptualizations. The first was the arbitraging market, in which opportunities emerge for given market actors as others overlook certain opportunities or undertake suboptimal activity. The second was alertness to profit-making opportunities, which entrepreneurs discover an entrepreneurial advantage. The third conceptualization, following, say, 1803 and Skumter 1934, was that ownership is distinct from entrepreneurship. In other words, entrepreneurship does not require ownership of resources, an idea that adds context to uncertainty and risk. These conceptualizations show that every opportunity is unique, and therefore previous opportunities cannot be used to predict outcomes reliably. The Austrian market process is not without criticisms. The first of the criticisms is that market systems are not purely competitive, but can involve an antagonist cooperation. The second is that resources monopolies can hinder competition and entrepreneurship. The third is that fraud and deception and taxes to controls also contribute to market system activity. The fourth is that private and state firms are different, but both can be entrepreneurial. And fifth, entrepreneurship can occur in non-market social situations without competition. Empirical studies have rejected the Skumterian argument that economies of scale are required for innovation. The criticisms of the Austrian market process have given impetus to recent explanations from psychology, sociology, anthropology, and management. Psychological theories of entrepreneurship. The level of analysis in psychological theories is the individual. These theories emphasize personal characteristics that define entrepreneurship. Personality traits, needs for achievement, and locus of control are reviewed and empirical evidence presented for 3 other new characteristics that have been found to be associated with entrepreneurial inclination. This risk-taking, innovativeness, and tolerance for ambiguity. 1. Personality traits theory. Cohn 2004 defined personality traits as stable qualities that a person shows in most situations. To the trait theorist, there are enduring inborn qualities or potentials of the individual that naturally make him an entrepreneur. The obvious or logical question on your mind may be, what are the exact traits/inborn qualities of an entrepreneur? The answer is not a straightforward one, since we cannot point at particular traits. However, this model gives some insight into these traits or inborn qualities by identifying the characteristics associated with the entrepreneur. The characteristics give us a clue or an understanding of these traits or inborn potentials. In fact, explaining personality traits means making inference from behavior. Some of the characteristics or behaviors associated with entrepreneurs are that they tend to be more opportunity-driven, demonstrate high level of creativity and innovation, and show high level of management skills and business know-how. They have also been found to be optimistic, emotionally resilient, and have mental energy. They are hard workers, show intense commitment and perseverance, thrive on competitive desire to excel and win, tend to be dissatisfied with the status quo, and desire improvement. Entrepreneurs are also transformational in nature, who are lifelong learners and use failure as a tool and springboard. They also believe that they can personally make a difference, are individuals of integrity, and above all, visionary. The trade model is still not supported by research evidence. The only way to explain or claim that it exists is to look through the lenses of one's characteristics or behaviors and conclude that one has the inborn quality to become an entrepreneur. Locus of control is an important aspect of personality. The concept was introduced by Julian Rother in the 1950s. Rother 1966 refers to locus of control as an individual's perception about the underlying main causes of events in his or her life. In other words, a locus of control orientation is a belief about whether the outcome of our actions are contingent to what we do. That is internal control orientation, or on events outside our personal control. That is external control orientation. In this context, the entrepreneurial success comes from his or her own abilities and also support from outside. The former is referred to as internal locus of control, and the latter is referred to as the external locus of control. While individuals with an internal locus of control believe that they are able to control life events, individuals with an external locus of control believe that life events are the result of external factors, such as chance, luck, or faith. Empirical findings that internal locus of control is an entrepreneurial characteristic have been reported in the literature. In a student sample, internal locus of control was found to be positively associated with a desire to become an entrepreneur. Rausch and Fraser 2000 also found that business owners have a slightly higher internal locus of control than other populations. Other studies have found a high degree of innovativeness, competitive aggressiveness, and autonomy reports. The same is reported of Protestant work ethic beliefs, as well as risk-taking. 2. Need for achievement theory. While the trade model focuses on enduring inborn qualities and locus of control on individuals' perceptions about the rewards and punishments in his or her life, need for achievement theory by McClellan 1961 explained that human beings have a need to succeed, accomplish, excel, or achieve. Entrepreneurs are driven by this need to achieve and excel. While there is no research evidence to support personality traits, there is evidence for the relationship between achievement motivation and entrepreneurship. Achievement motivation may be the only convincing personological factor related to new venture creation. Risk-taking and innovativeness, need for achievement, and tolerance for ambiguity had positive and significant influence on entrepreneurial inclination. However, locus of control had negative influence on the entrepreneurial inclination. The construct locus of control was also found to be highly correlated with variables such as risk-taking, need for achievement, and tolerance for ambiguity. The recent finding on risk-taking strengthens earlier empirical studies, which indicate that aversion to risk declines as wealth rises, that is, one's net assets and value of future income. In complementing Shapiro observation, Eisenhower 1995 suggested that success in entrepreneurship by increasing wealth can reduce the entrepreneur's degree of risk aversion and encourage more venturing. In this view, entrepreneurship may therefore be a self-persuading process. Furthermore, evidence suggests that some entrepreneurs exhibit mildly risk-loving behavior. These individuals prefer risk and challenges of venturing to the security of stable income. In the course of this lecture, and in line with our instructional objectives, we were able to 1. Discuss the economic theories of entrepreneurship, and 2. Discuss the psychological theories of entrepreneurship. If you have difficulty in understanding any topic on entrepreneurship, do please send us a message on Facebook so we can research and help you out. Go to our Facebook page, Online School of Entrepreneurship, and study entrepreneurship at no cost. Support us by 1. Following us on Facebook, Online School of Entrepreneurship. 2. On YouTube, Entrepreneurship Teacher. 2. Liking, commenting, and sharing our videos. Please do like, comment, and share our post. Thank you, and see you in our next lecture.